Just a quick reminder, link in description for 20% off any Etnies shoe purchase using my link. Link will be there. You click it. If you're in Europe, it's just a separate link. You'll see that also in the description. 20% off your first purchase with Etnies using that link. So as much as you purchase, you'll get 20% off of all of it, but it's only good for one time. So if you get one pair of shoes, 20% off. If you get 10 pairs of shoes, it's 20% off for all of it. But yeah, just good for the first time. Okay.
This might be going in the video, but this is really just for Victor. Victor didn't come out skating today. He's in the doghouse. Victor, this is what you're missing out on. Let me clear my lens. Oh! Now I'm gonna struggle with it, you know it. That was bad. Next one. Okay, so I just listened to a whole rundown on the way that this game works, but this game seems like it's going to be really fun. So it's not so much like, okay, game of skate, it's a good warm-up, right? Like you play with your friends, it's kind of competitive, or if it's not competitive at all, it's just to get your legs going. This is more of like this is like your session. Like this game is, it could be like a whole day if you really wanted it to be. But it's kind of built on the premise of, when you're playing a game of skate and someone does a trick that you've never done before or that you really suck at, and then because it's in a game of skate, you try extra hard and you ended up getting it. Or sometimes you try hard just because you think it'd be funny to like land some silly trick and then you end up learning it. This is taking that and just trying to multiply it but also removing the competitiveness. It's low-key kind of makes it like a team sport where it's like you and another person working against like the game, which I believe he calls it Forge. No, he calls it Level Up. Forge is another part of it though. There's two parts to this game. I think it's just going to be best to just show you the game. I'll film some matches. The first match will be Andy and Rick. The second match will be Marta and me. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's like a silly, fun, structured way to learn new tricks. So if you're ever having one of those days where you go to the skate park and you just get like super bored and you're like, yeah, I'm just like not feeling it, do this. Zach and me always play games together whenever we're not filming YouTube videos. Sometimes we film them too. That gets us like really motivated. The whose line is it anyways? There's points, but no one's actually keeping score kind of deal. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. I think it's pretty sick.
So this is going to take a second for me to explain the rules. It's going to sound a lot more complicated than it is. It's sort of like poker, where when you're learning the rules of it, you're like, oh, there seems to be like a lot of nuance and different things going on. But then when you actually start like playing the game in practice, it's pretty intuitive and it's very simple. So I'm going to give you an hypothetical. I think that's the best way I can explain this game. Jamie Foy and me are playing the game. You don't want to beat the person who you're playing. You both want to beat like the game. You want to beat the rules of the game. And the rules of the game are you want to get 3 points before you get 5 letters. Okay? So just like skate, like if you get 5 letters, that's like you didn't lose, then you have to go into the next level of the game, which I'll explain. There's 2 sections of this game. Okay, but here we go. I'm going to set a trick for Jamie Foy. He's clearly way better than I am. So I do a front crook on a round bar. And you can play this game on anything. You play it on flat ground, curbs, freestyle, whatever you want. So I do a front crook on a round bar. And you might be thinking to yourself, yeah, clearly that's not MBD for Jamie Foy, but I'm allowed to add up to 2 different variations or modifications of that trick. So I can add like a 180, I can add a stance switch, I can add a flip, whatever it takes to get it to an MBD. Which, as you can probably imagine, even with just 2 variations, there's pretty much no skater with any trick who can't find an MBD for themselves. So that's why I picked Jamie Foy in front crooks. He's the best front crooker in the game. But I'm sure if I said, okay, I did a front crook, the 2 modifications are you have to do a half cab front crook, and then you have to nollie back 180 pop over. He's probably never done that. In fact, I know he's never done that. If he would have done that, that trick would have gone super viral. Now, that might not be realistic for him to do in the 3 tries that he gets per letter, because that's what you get. Like, if I set a trick, you have 3 tries to land that trick, and if you don't land another 3 tries, you get a letter. So I would probably say something like half cab to front crook to just like shove it out, whichever way on the flat bar. He could probably learn that in 3 tries. If not, he could learn it probably before 5 letters. And I want him to land it because it's us versus the game. We both lose if we get letters. Now, the vice versa, since he's so much better than me at skateboarding, The MBD he could set for me is something that he can just land. So for him, he could do front crook nollie back 180 popover. I don't think I've ever done that. Doesn't matter. In this situation, I definitely haven't done it. So then I'd have to learn that. And that trick's within reason. I could probably learn that if I just like make myself really try it. I get 3 tries. If I don't, I get a letter. Now this was created by like a tennis coach pro. Like what he does is teaches people how to like compete on like professional levels or to perform on professional levels, which might make you think, what does that have to do with skateboarding? Well, he skateboards too. He's been skateboarding for a super long time. I mean, he's in this video, you'll see. He has a good mind for this stuff. And a lot of this, the rules of this game seem pretty like kumbaya-y to me. Like it seems very like, oh, like everybody's a winner. But it legitimately just makes you learn stuff. And it's like, it's kind of using the like umph that you get out of like competitiveness without it being like you versus like another person. So like, you know, when you're getting kicked out of a spot and you have like, you know, oh, I got like 1 more try or 2 more tries and you really try for those tries. It's using that motivation and the idea of like, oh, if you don't do this, then you get a letter. Same thing with like a game of skate, you know what I mean? Like you try a little harder and it's just making you do tricks you've never done before. So you can make it like really low hanging fruits for the MBDs, or you can make it like something that you'd be really excited to do. Now you'll see in this game with Marta and me, I kind of like use my turns very specifically for her because I want her to learn a very particular trick. And she ends up learning this very, very important critical trick. So at the very least, if this game doesn't work for anyone else, it absolutely worked out for her. In fact, everyone who plays this game does NBDs. I don't know how many videos this is going to be, but every single person who plays this game does something new that was like kind of a cool thing. And it was fun. So I'll explain the second part of the game when we get to the second part. Okay, here's some of the game.
Yeah, I guess Marta and me are next. We're going to go into the curves.
Yes.
Obviously. 'Cause my game, you're in my game. I don't know what you're planning. I'm just making you learn tricks I want you to learn. Your turns are more about me than anything.
I don't know what you don't know. Like, is there... You're going to have to tell me what... I don't even understand skate talk.
So she can skate, but she doesn't know a lot about skating. She comes from
I don't
surfing, so
know
she doesn't know trick
anything.
names. You're just going to do a trick, and then I will finagle an MVD out of it. The first trick that you're going to learn now.
Okay, we're starting?
Oh, we're starting.
Okay.
And I don't care if you get all the letters right out the gate on this. I really want you to learn this. Watch me fall on it. So I have to set it. That's it. Slab and crook. That's it. That's all I want. You know how to do this trick?
No, you have to explain it. And no, you also have to do it again because I couldn't even see
All right,
you.
I'm going to do it really exaggerated.
And I'm going to be watching. We're going to win.
We're not. We're definitely not.
You just agreed to win. You have to win.
I'm going to win because she's going to learn slappy crook.
That's right.
Okay, so literally the biggest secret to backside slappy crooks is using the S. So like I just go like this. I'll go like out, in, and then out again. I pick to go to fakie because I think it's going to be the easiest version for you to finagle out of. So
What is happening is...
you're here. Leaning into it like this, and the second you hit the curve, you got to go back to pinch. So you're here, and then pinch there. Exactly like that.
Your body is just the weight in there.
Yeah, and you don't have to grind far either. But yeah, practice getting out of it real quick.
Wait,
No,
you said
but
to
fake
fake it.
Just kick turn out. That's all it is.
Okay.
It's gonna feel counterintuitive at first. She surfs, so she kind of learns fast. I think she'll be able to figure this out in the game. I'm just spamming this trick over and over and over until she learns it. So yeah, because you can think about, the way you slide me back to these, just pinch on that heel. Just get to that exact position, and then fall to fakie. That's all. Yep. Exactly. And don't aim for fully on top. You don't want here, you want here. Got it?
Okay, it's kind of hard.
No, it's easy. Skating's
Okay,
easy.
Skating's super easy.
You're getting arrested. They heard your
Wait,
accent.
the police needs to...
Bill in the background being sexist, trying to learn him switch. You see that? What the heck, dude? The second you feel that click from Bill going over, you just lean in and go to fake. You don't need to try. You don't need to grind far. It's this pitch. See how I'm leaning on this side of the nose? Yeah, one more.
Okay.
Fast you do it. Come on! We're getting somewhere.
Please try. No.
Yeah.
So I can do nose slides, feet, front side, feet.
You do whatever your heart desires. I think it'll be fun to try to figure something out of it.
Okay, so I just do a trick and
Just
then
do
you
a
figure
trick,
something
But
out.
call the trick because
Yeah,
he's
call
got to
the trick.
know that he has an
Yeah.
MVD. Wait, what are you gonna do?
Just a nose slide.
A no slide. So what 2 modifiers are you
Wait, do
gonna
you want
add
me
to
to go
get
on chubby,
MVD?
fakey, or normal?
Just do no slide.
what?
There's so many variations of no slide that I could play with. I'll try to do something stupid. I'll try to learn no slide and try to get up into Willy grind. I don't know.
But then
If
how
you've
do you
never
want
done
me
it
to
before.
exit? How do you want me to exit?
Follow your heart.
Fakey?
Follow your heart.
So am I correct in understanding that no matter what she does, you believe that it's 2 modifiers away from something you've never done?
Yeah, I can find an MVD in anything.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Yeah, there's an infinite amount of tricks.
Is there one?
If she chokes on this no slide, I'm gonna be pissed.
Did I choke? What happens?
Nothing, you're doing great.
Nothing, you're doing
Such a
great.
supportive human being. That was ugly, but we're taking it. We're taking it.
I think if I go no slide to crook and then try to set it to Willy, maybe.
I don't understand anything he's saying.
None of us did. Don't worry.
Now we both get it.
What?
Now we both have F's.
Look at us go.
That's losers. F's. We're failing. We're failing.
Okay, now I'm setting the trick. I'm setting slide and crook again.
I'm gonna watch again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, like, I'm not fully on top. I'm kind of like staying over here. Like, I'm a little away. You're grinding here. You want your body weight a little bit over here.
Front side 50.
Okay.
Oopsie. So I failed, as expected.
Well, no, we just switched, and now it's my turn to set a trick. And it's going to be slide crook.
There's no failure in this game.
There's no failure.
I mean, I expected this is going to end up being, because it's a whole new concept. Speed's definitely your friend with grinds, but not when you learn this one. I think you want to be like more delicate with this one. That was the right idea. Make sure you drag your nose. Like it's a cross between a 50-50 and a crook. You know what I mean? If they had a baby. Yeah, no slide, no slide in 50-50.
I just corrected you in skateboarding thing. That's a long way.
I can't wait for you to say your own name wrong. That was mostly the right idea.
Maybe you should have started with an easy trick.
You could have like 3 low-hanging fruits, or we could have one really cool trick. That's fine. And I know that you have the force control to land this trick. Like, I know that this isn't your wheel.
Okay, come on, let's do it.
Yes!
What's waxed? I don't know what's
I think
waxed.
it's all wax. Anything that DeVille's been near is wax. She's so good at that trick. It's like,
Because it's like a floater surfing. That's why.
well, I'll say I was gonna do 2 variations. I'll do slappy front 50-50 and then try front 3 out. So I've never done that. And I do like, so this, right, what I'm about to do right now is a low hanging fruit. So if I land it, the excitement in my heart will be very low. So I want you to see what you're missing. I might not do it.
You
though.
were not even like really locked in. So the ones is. Oh come on! I was expecting more from you.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Can't say your name. Can't land the tricks you want me to land.
such a disappointment. Oh.
Literally, you haven't. That was like a slappy, crooked ride. Like I think that was the right pinch. It looked like. You invented a grind. NBD.
Call it Marta.
I can't call it something I can't say. Call it the red lever, yellow lever. Yes. Go slightly slower. Oh, yeah, that curve sucks. Hey, all I want is her to do a slappy crook.
Yeah.
Okay, so for your 5th letter, you actually get 6 tries instead of 3. And if you can't do this part, like if one person gets the 5 letters, then you have to do a second part of the game, which you will see in a second.
Do this.
6 tries, Marta.
Yeah.
That was better. Slappy Willie. Come on. Come on. Yes. Come on. That was it. Now you're there. Now you're there. Now you're in deep. So now I guess I got to pick an MVD.
Okay, so if one person gets the 5 letters, the second part of the game is it's kind of simple. Each person just picks a trick they've never done before, and then you just keep trying until they land it. You just force yourself to do an MBD. Which, more common than not, it's going to be something that you were suggested to try during the game. It could be anything you want to be, though. It doesn't have to be something you were trying during the first part of the game. But I think every single time we played this, it ended up being something that someone suggested for us during the game. So, yeah. Okay, here you go.
I'm trying to think of something that, like, I want to learn. That I've been, like, I want to pick something that I've been, like, putting off.
Like no slide, like, then you have to reword it out.
The one that I already did earlier. Yeah, let's lie. Yeah, no slide 270 on the curb. Okay, here we go. Like, I'm on the cusp of whether I want to learn something, like, that's probably like an MVD in general and is really dumb, or like a trick that I actually really want to learn.
You have to try something really hard.
Favor to the creator.
What do you think?
I want some version of a trick 1-footer.
A trick 1-footer.
I love them.
I want something that makes you so happy. That sounds really hard.
Yeah, crossfoot slappy crook.
That's pretty cool, dude.
Crossfoot slapping crook? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
You got that.
Literally trying to get uncross.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I feel
It's
like I
that
need to
easy.
get out.
Oh, just turn your body. Turn your body.
Oh, just come out figgy front side like
Yeah.
this? You're saying do that?
Oh,
Okay, there's actually potential to this. You gotta get back to
yeah,
your
okay,
trick.
I have to go back to work.
Come on! And for my different trick, I choose. Yeah. I mean, I've done them. I've done them. Yeah. I've done a slappy back nose one. If I had a smaller curve, which is a crazy sentence. Come on! No way! Fakie north to switch nose manual. And then the switch nose manual.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing an ollie north trick. I should probably ollie north out too, huh? Come on! Oh, this is boy power.
That was sick.
Boy power. It did go to nose for a second, but it was still pretty good. Oh, damn! That was such a cheapskate way to go. Oh, boo! Come on! Yeah. Come on! See that? Who taught her? You taught her.
Want me to teach you how to do that too?
Yeah.
Pretty impressive that you're doing that.
Yeah.
No, I know.
That was sick. Holy shit! Yeah! No. I mean, technically I've never done that before, but
What are you trying to do when you get out of it?
another one flip. But I've never done it in either, so technically that was MVD, but it sucks. Oh!
I'm gonna feel them now. That one was not even good.
Neither of those counted. That boy came nowhere near off the board. That was pretty sloppy, huh?
So now we both win?
Like, the fact that you unlock this so fast. What's crazy about it is that you're like already grinding them far. Like you every time I see you learn a trick, you go straight into doing it like the correct way right out the gate. You don't baby step your way there. Don't give me those eyes.
That's because I was thinking it's because I watch you all do it. Because when I was like, okay, how do I do it? You were like grinding it, so of course then I'm gonna copy you.
Okay. We're gonna get a good one right here. Now go to Faggy. Come on! Dude, fully unlocked. Crying the shit out of him. If anything, I think the best part about this game is the, like, not the pressure, but, like, the desire to do something to win. I've tried to teach Slappy Crook to so many people, and when there's no limit on tries, it makes you kind of, like, pussyfoot around a little bit more. But, like, if you ever notice, like, whenever you're about to get kicked out, you have 3 tries left, or if your defense in a game of skate, you always put, like, that little bit of extra oomph into it. This game just kind of makes you do that with, like, MBD tricks that you would probably want to learn anyways, but since it's in the format of a game, you sort of try a bit harder. You kind of lean into things a little bit faster. Now, I'm not saying that Marta wouldn't have learned Slappy Crooks. I know she would have. But would she have learned them in, what was that, a total of 12 tries or something? Or I don't know how many tries it took for her to learn it. But, like, usually that trick takes a lot of people a really long time to learn. So, yeah, I don't know. I think game formats are always the way to, like, do stuff.
So Rick's going to have a way more in-depth description of the way the game works and a bunch of other matches and stuff like that on his YouTube channel. I will link his channel in the description. I don't think he has them out yet. But he has other videos. So, yeah, go check that out. And tomorrow will be a video. Andy Anderson, I'm pretty sure they're just, like, MVDs in general. Like, Fakey Alley North, Fakey Manual, Fakey Alley North. It seems like something that probably got done in the 90s. Andy does some stuff that I'm pretty sure no one's ever done in his game, which is pretty funny. I think he does 2 things that I'm fairly confident are MVDs. One of them is because of the game. One of them is just because I'm just like, hey, do this. But yeah, ton more skating, a little bit more of a session in tomorrow's thing. It's less about the game itself. But yeah, okay. Goodbye.